The narcissist's inability to accept you've moved on. Welcome back, everyone. It's so great to have you here again. If you find our content helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe. It helps us grow and reach more people who could benefit from these conversations. Today, we're diving into something many of you may relate to. The moment you realize you no longer want anything to do with a narcissist. It's a turning point, one that signifies profound personal growth. The truth is that narcissist who once occupied a significant place in your life. They were nothing more than a parasite, draining you emotionally, mentally, and even financially. Narcissists are experts at exploiting others. They feed on something called narcissistic supply, that constant stream of admiration, attention, and validation they require to feel worthy. But once you come to the harsh realization that you no longer want to play that part in their drama, the situation shifts dramatically. As you evolve emotionally and mentally, clarity sets in. You begin to see the narcissist for who they really are, not the confident, larger-than-life person they want to appear to be, but someone deeply insecure. Their bravado? A mask. Beneath the surface, they struggle with crippling self-doubt. It's a facade they've built to shield their fragile ego. And yet, this is where the narcissist's real problem begins. They cannot fathom why you would no longer want them. You've become someone who doesn't fit into their narrative of constant adoration and endless supply. They're used to you being captivated by them, drawn into their world of manipulation and deceit. But now, you've awakened. You see them, truly see them, and you want nothing more to do with their toxic game. During the time you were involved with them, you likely gave your all, pouring energy, kindness, and support into their needs. You were their rock, their unwavering cheerleader. But the mask eventually slipped. You witnessed their true nature, a cruel reality that forced you to step back. Whether you made the decision to cut ties or they pushed you away in their typical callous way, one thing is clear: you're no longer there. This moment of detachment is pivotal, and it's essential to understand. Life doesn't revolve around the narcissist's expectations. They might have hoped you'd remain the person who once idolized them, forever chained to their whims. But personal growth doesn't work that way. As you realize they're nothing more than an emotional leech, devoid of empathy and self-awareness, you see how their toxic behavior has ravaged your well-being. Had they even a sliver of empathy, they would never have caused you so much pain. Now you stand on the other side of this relationship, free from their manipulation, no longer entangled in their chaos. You've emerged stronger, wiser, and more self-aware. Yet for them, the change is devastating. They're consumed by confusion, frustration, and bitterness. Why? Because they cannot accept that you've moved on without them. The very idea that you could thrive, independent and fulfilled, is beyond their comprehension. What's even more bewildering to the narcissist is this: they may actually convince themselves that they could have been the one to discard you, but reality has flipped. They're now scrambling for new sources of supply, reaching out to flying monkeys, those who enable their destructive behavior. But deep down, they long for your attention, your validation. They can't grasp why you don't want to give it to them anymore. Their mindset is painfully backward. Why wouldn't you want me? You should want me. It's an absurd, delusional perspective. If only they would pause, reflect, and truly look in the mirror. They need to confront the reality. They've become toxic, incapable of forming healthy relationships. Their attachment style is broken, and this dysfunction wreaks havoc on everyone they encounter. The narcissist, despite their grandiose delusions, is just as codependent as they accuse empaths of being. They rely on your constant validation to feel alive, to feel worthy. Without it, they wither. And now that you've taken it away, they're desperate, frustrated, and empty. As time passes, the narcissist's bitterness festers. They reminisce about the love and loyalty you gave them, the care that once fed their fragile ego. You gave unconditionally, believing in their goodness, only to be blindsided when their true nature revealed itself. Now, as you step away, they face their own inadequacies. Unable to take responsibility, they may lash out or manipulate others to mask the pain of rejection. But this is just a defense mechanism, a way to avoid confronting the deep-seated flaws they refuse to acknowledge. What's even more astonishing is their delusion. After all the abuse, all the emotional harm they inflicted on you, they expect you to remain the same. They think you won't change your perspective. It's almost laughable if it weren't so sad. They simply cannot fathom that after everything, you found the strength to grow and move forward. You, however, are different. You've taken the time to educate yourself, to understand the narcissist's behavior and how it impacted you. You've sought out knowledge, read the books, researched the patterns, and begun to see your worth. This journey of self-discovery is what has empowered you to leave behind the wreckage of the past. As an empath, you've sought closure. And in doing so, you've risen spiritually, emotionally, and psychologically. This transformation, this evolution, is something the narcissist will never grasp. They are still stuck, trapped in their own cycle of self-obsession, while you've ascended to a place of clarity and strength. This, of course, doesn't sit well with them. Their ego, bruised and battered, cannot handle the fact that you no longer desire them. They try to manipulate, to hoover you back into their orbit, whether it's through texts, phone calls, or even stalking your social media accounts, desperate to find out what you're up to. Here's the thing. No matter what they do, they will never understand your inner world. Even during the good days, when everything seemed fine, they never truly understood you. While you were evolving, growing in ways they could never perceive, they were stagnant, obsessed only with their own needs. Their blindness to your growth only deepens their delusion. They never saw it coming, and now they're left grappling with the reality that you've outgrown them completely. Now that the relationship has ended, your journey of self-discovery continues. You are on a path of ascension, healing, and growth that you may have never thought possible. This is the crucial place where you need to be, and it stands as a powerful testament to your strength and resilience. It's vital to recognize that no matter where you are in your journey, whether you're just beginning, feeling overwhelmed by uncontrollable tears or deep sadness, or experiencing moments of doubt, you are not alone. If you take a moment to explore the comment sections of videos or forums about narcissistic abuse, you'll find a community of fellow survivors who have walked similar paths. Many of them have successfully navigated through their pain, and their stories are proof that healing is possible. You too will ascend. You will rise above your past circumstances, continuing to grow and evolve. As you progress, you'll reach a place of emotional detachment, where the actions and existence of the narcissist no longer hold power over you. You'll find that you no longer care about their life, who they're with, or what they're doing. This emotional freedom is a vital aspect of your healing process, and it's a stage that everyone eventually reaches. Many survivors have already arrived at this point, and you will too. Engaging with educational content, whether it be through videos, books, or other resources, represents a positive step in your journey. It reflects your commitment to understanding the complexities of the situation you faced. The lessons you have learned, though born out of challenging experiences, have given you valuable insights into the nature of toxic relationships and the manipulative behaviors of narcissists. Through this journey, you've gained a deeper understanding of the darker side of human nature. The narcissist you were involved with embodied traits that were deeply troubling, traits rooted in evil, sadism, and emotional emptiness. Recognizing this truth empowers you to protect yourself from falling into similar situations in the future. And now you are in a position to help others who are still on their own journeys of healing and recovery. Your experiences have equipped you with knowledge and wisdom that you can share with those still struggling. With this newfound understanding, you are ready to embrace new opportunities and interests in life. Your self-education has made you capable of recognizing toxic behaviors from a distance, making it easier for you to avoid individuals who exhibit narcissistic, psychopathic, or sociopathic traits. When you encounter new people, you'll have the ability to assess their behavior and recognize warning signs or red flags. This skill serves not only as a protective measure, but as an important preparation for the future. Your journey has been a vital preparation for the partner you are meant to be with down the road. This preparation extends beyond romantic relationships. If you've encountered a narcissistic friend in the past, you've likely learned valuable lessons about boundaries and self-respect. The insights gained from these experiences are applicable to all areas of your life, whether with family, colleagues, or friends. This heightened awareness is an invaluable tool that will guide you as you navigate personal and professional relationships moving forward. The lessons learned from your experience with the narcissist have fortified you for the future. Every encounter has given you wisdom that you can apply to safeguard yourself and help others who may be facing similar challenges. This realization is a beautiful reminder of the resilience of the human spirit. However, the narcissist you were involved with cannot accept your growth. They are unable to comprehend the fact that you no longer want them in your life. This inability to accept your decision is something many survivors report experiencing, and it often extends even over decades. Some survivors have shared stories of being hoovered by narcissists even after 20 years or more. This behavior underscores the narcissist's refusal to acknowledge the finality of the separation. They may be sitting back, waiting for you to return, convinced that you will eventually go back to being the loving, loyal, and supportive person you once were. The truth is, you are still all of those things: loving, caring, loyal, and supportive. However, you have learned that these qualities are not for everyone, especially not for those who cannot or will not reciprocate them. You've recognized that offering your kindness to someone who doesn't appreciate it is not only futile, but also detrimental to your well-being. This understanding marks a significant part of your growth. The lessons you've learned have not come easily. It has been a difficult journey, filled with pain and challenges. Yet this struggle has led to profound awakening. While everyone is at different stages in their healing process, as empaths and chosen ones, we are all collectively moving toward the same destination. Healing is not a race. Every person's journey is unique, and healing manifests differently for each individual. It's essential to honor your path. Give yourself the space and time needed to heal fully, and remember that you are not alone. Healing is a collective experience. Even those who have been on this path for years can learn from those who are only a few months in. Each individual brings a unique perspective, and we can all benefit from sharing our stories. I, too, learn from the comments and stories you share, and this exchange of knowledge is crucial for our growth. It's important to acknowledge that the narcissist will never accept the reality that you no longer want them in your life. They will continue to seek validation and emotional supply, unable to cope with the fact that you no longer desire them. The narcissist you were involved with still wishes for you to return to the role of the complacent partner, providing them with the attention and affection they crave, the supply they need to feel validated. But you must never return to that pattern. You must stay on your path of self-discovery, healing, and ascension. You are evolving into a better version of yourself, and in doing so, you are also contributing positively to the world around you. Leave the narcissist behind in your growth. They no longer deserve a place in the life you are building. As you continue through your recovery, you'll notice the progression of your spiritual, physical, and mental growth. You'll find yourself in a better place, armed with the wisdom gained from your past. You'll begin to discern who truly belongs in your circle and who does not. This clarity will guide you as you form healthier connections moving forward. The entire experience with the narcissist was not random. It was divine intervention. It was a necessary lesson that has prepared you for the future. The narcissist lives in constant fear, particularly the fear of rejection. This fear drives their actions and shapes their behavior. They are deeply insecure individuals, and this insecurity manifests in manipulative and desperate behaviors. I encourage you to check out the live stream we did on the topic of fear, which highlights how narcissists live in a constant state of anxiety and dread. Many of you will likely resonate with what we discussed, as these behaviors may mirror your own experiences. For the narcissist, the fear of rejection is central. When they enter a relationship, they often manipulate the dynamic to minimize the risk of being rejected. One of their most common tactics is love bombing, showering you with affection, compliments, and attention, creating an illusion of an ideal relationship. This phase is designed to make you feel bound to them, pushing you to comply with their needs and desires. They want to make it impossible for you to say no. But the more they try to control the relationship, the more they push you away. Their actions, intended to secure their emotional supply and prevent rejection, ultimately backfire. This paradox is difficult to comprehend, but it sheds light on the complexity of their emotional state. The more they try to control and manipulate, the more they alienate those they claim to love. This passage offers profound insights into understanding the dynamics of a narcissistic relationship, as well as the healing journey and personal growth that follows. It accurately outlines the narcissist's tactics, including love bombing, devaluation, and the cycle of manipulation, and highlights the emotional toll these behaviors take on a person. Moreover, the piece emphasizes the importance of reclaiming one's power, prioritizing self-worth, and breaking free from toxic patterns. It also touches on the deep-seated fear of rejection that motivates narcissists to behave in destructive ways. Narcissists' manipulation tactics are driven by the fear of being rejected and exposed for their true nature. However, the passage encourages readers to recognize their intrinsic value, assert independence, and choose relationships that reflect mutual respect and healthy boundaries. The advice about focusing on self-discovery, sharing experiences with others, and offering support to fellow survivors is empowering. It conveys a message of strength, resilience, and a collective healing that is possible when individuals refuse to accept toxic relationships. Ultimately, the message is clear. You deserve relationships that honor your worth and allow you to thrive. You are capable of growth and healing, and by recognizing your value and stepping away from toxic individuals, you can create a better future for yourself.